Hi guys, how are you? In this part of the video, I am going to narrate my own point of view on smoking, drinking, and intoxication. Are smoking, drinking, or intoxication uh, like they are the fashion, or the people have become habitual for that? So on that topic I am going to just deliver a lecture. At first, what happens that I will just bisect the matter into two. The first one is, in which culture do you live where smoking, drinking, or other such fashions are prohibited, and they are judged, underestimated, or considered with an inferior ways. There are several parts of the country or in the world where drinking is not known as a bad habit. In the world, if you go to European countries where there is so much extreme coldness, or winter is always at its climax, there, to make their body warm, they drink wine, and they also eat meat and other animals meat there. But should we also practice the same culture in India? Now, as I already bisected the matter into two, that whether you are living in India or whether you are living in European country or any such country where drinking wine is just known as a fashion, though many of them are not habitual or accustomed to drinking, smoking, or intoxication, they have to attend parties, they are invited, and these kind of culture are in fashion. But how much do you see it seriously if you are living in India where drinking is not required, drinking is not necessary, smoking is not required, or any intoxication is considered inferior? Yes, that's right here. Actually, what happens that drinking is really a bad habit, smoking is really a bad habit, or any intoxication, whether you have gutka, whether you have bhang, whether you have gaza, or any other intoxication you have. These all intoxicated things affect your parts of the body, and when you are 25 years old, you look like 35 years old or 40 or 50 years old, because you only have the drinking, you only have cigarette, you only have intoxication, but accordingly you don't have the perfect diet in your body, you don't have the balanced diet. In European countries and North American continent, if you go there, not South American continent, North American continent mostly, I don't know that South American continent people, they would also be addicted to this, but North American continent countries there, what is happening that because people have to take it, I told you the reason why do they take, but they also maintain their body with the food and beverages, and due to that there is not so much extreme effect on their body, and they still look very beautiful, glamorous, and so much invigorated. But in our country, what is happening there, that though there are several poor persons, they don't even manage for one time meal or two time meals. Many of them work on the wages, many of them are working as a labor, but still they drink, still they have intoxication. So what would be the result of that? The result is very negative, never positive. Sometimes you would have listened to that a truck driver drinks because of his extreme exhaustion after having long drive on the way, and if he doesn't take it or drink, then what will happen that he would not have a sound sleep at night. it's real or it's fictitious or artificial way of making the matter in a beat about the bush way, I don't know. But there is a I have listened to many of, or you may also have heard like this. But I want to tell you that in country, what is happening that in India, if you practice such kind of culture, if you have drinking, if you have smoking, if you have intoxication, it is not limited to that place, because many person, they are not able to control their mind psychologically, their body, their all other things psychologically. What is happening that it has a very negative impact after having it. Now what starts after having drinking, that they start behaving antisocially in the society. Now they don't think that like him, others have also the families, others have also daughters, others have also wives, others have also children or family members. He only thinks about himself. Okay, there are very less female they drink here in India, but I tell you that whoever just does like this, then he thinks himself that only he has the families, he has the sons, daughters, wives or someone else, but other persons, they don't have the similar eyes. And this is why it is a bad habit, because you are unable to control your brain power after having so much drink, and you think yourself that you are superior to others, because many of us, they think that they take costly wine themselves, and a poor can't manage such costlier the wine in his family member. But for the poor it is not suitable mostly. Even for the rich it is not suitable if he she don't take the wine in a proper order, and after having the wine or drink, she is unable to control on her brain and body, because it is important and compulsory. As far as I am concerned, if you take for me, then I never drink, I never smoke, and I never have any intoxication myself. One thing that I am addicted to is that is music, and sometimes I have a cup of tea or sometimes I have a cup of coffee. But except that I don't have, because it is my childhood practice. Yeah, once upon a time when I had a shop in my Noida sector 2, that time for 2 and 3 years there were several other companions, they used to smoke and they told me to smoke. The same bad habits transmitted in me, I started smoking there. But when I started teaching at the end of 2005 or 6, thereafter I left smoking, and since then I don't have any such bad addiction, and I have continuously been able to maintain over such bad habits. Okay, so drinking is not a good habit, it is a bad habit. If someone tells you that it is a good habit, then no, she is trying to just deviate you from your righteousness, and she wants to just tell you to go astray from the right morality to the wrong morality, and there you lose your own temperament, you lose your own freedom there, and you lose your brain or body power there. Okay, so never try to have drink, never try to have smoke, never try to think that if you have such things then you are always feeling very hefty or very powerful always. No, that's not right. What's happening that whatever drink you have in India, what happens that there are very low qualities of the wine they are sold in the market. Now if I am just telling you, then don't assert yourself that I also try to have it, and how do I know from where I have the knowledge? I have the knowledge from different other sources, from social medias, from newspapers and different other sources. So I listen to them. And low qualities of the wine, what happens whenever you drink, it completely affects on your kidneys, and you though today you are healthier, but in future you can't predict ever you would be healthier and healthier day after day. And never take such kind of wine, and try to control on it. Many of the family members in India, they can't manage for single time meal for himself, for his family members, for his children, higher education, lower education, high school education, for tuition fees, for school fee. But they quarrel with their wives after having extreme drinking, and they fight sometimes with their wives. They thrash them, and sometimes you might have seen, you might have heard from the social medias that they are strangulated. Such wives are strangulated, as such wives are just thrashed to death. And these are the things in the poor families. That is on the extreme level that is going on there. Okay, but what's happening that if you are very poor, you are not able to even manage for a single time meal, and you still think of your fashion of drinking, of smoking, and you also threaten others that you earn and it's your right to drink. Yes, that's fine, that's right to drink, but it's also your right and duty to maintain your family members. It's your right to educate your children in good school, good tuition teachers, or good places. It's also your duty to also love your family members, your wife, your sister, your brother, your mother and father. And it's also your duty to live in the society morally there. Due to you, if the society suffers, then it's not a good habit for you, because you are the subject of the person, and this is why the society suffers a lot. Never think yourself that if you have drinking, you have the intoxication, it's a personal message. No, never think. What happens that if I smoke myself, and in Indian culture the students are in front of me, they are in the classroom. If I smoke cigarette, if I have drink, and if I am just passing a good message to my dear and near learners that you should never drink or you should never smoke, can they accept it? Can they think that sir is passing true knowledge to us? No, never. Because they would be thinking that I myself have drinking, I myself have smoking, then how can I pass good message to others? Not, that is not right one. If you want to change others, then you have to change yourself, and for that you need to have the restriction over you. It is not difficult for me to have a cigarette and to have a wine myself. I can purchase, I can have a cigarette myself, but it is not morally correct, because the profession in which I am myself, this profession says myself here that in both the profession, if you talk about music, if you want to be a good, you don't want to deteriorate your vocal cord, your singing style, your sweet sound from that is sung like a nightingale, like parrot, then you need to abstain from smoking or drinking, because I think that only this is the way by which you can feel yourself free from extra boredom or extra problem in your life. Okay, I think that all the information I am passing you is true. It's another matter, someone follows it, someone doesn't. But if someone follows it, then she would be truly acceptable in the society, in the family members, and everywhere. If she goes, whether it is party, whether it is any fair, whether it is any committee, whether it is any meeting, but the people will love you because of your good nature, well mannered there. Okay. Now what's happening that in ever changing lifestyle, nowadays youngsters, adolescents, they are indulged in smoking, and it's rarely been seen there that they are able to abstain themselves from such intoxications. Okay friends, guys, so I would just suggest you that if you want to change others, then you have to bring change in yourself. What you do, it has the positive or negative impact on others. If I smoke, if I drink myself, and if I just tell my students here through the social medias and others that you should never smoke, you should never drink, would it be right? No, never. Because I am trying to just deliver knowledge and passing the knowledge to them. And also it is written in the books everywhere clearly that if you have intoxication, then your health will deteriorate in future, and internal organs of your body will start weakening day after day. And finally, there should no more time then you would have to consult the doctor frequently there. So I would just suggest you that whatever you do in everyday's life, you need to just glance yourself in your heart that if you want to change others, at first change yourself, and try to always inculcate yourself the good manners, like dancing, like singing, like exercising, like there are several other good manners you can inculcate in yourself, and you can also try to teach others the same thing, so that they would have a lot of benefit in future. They would have the physical, mental or psychological exercises, and they can take a lot of advantage from you. So such things must be instilled in the brain, whose impact would have an extreme effort for the society, and your endeavor would bring a lot of unprecedented changes in the society. So always think yourself that if you are right, then the society would be right, neighbor would be right, the person with whom is right. If you are not right, then I think it's difficult to say who would be right or wrong after following your words. So I think it's sufficient for today, and by then take care of yourself. We will again meet in next part of the video.